We left home at 3 o'clock in the morning for a 2-day on-site research at the municipal marine waters of Barubo. We need to document the activities at the fish landing at the Lisay Bay area, Barubo, Surigao del Sur. Fishermen and fish peddlers are already waiting for motorboats to come, which are loaded with fish, mostly bulinaw or dilis from sombreros. We are there observing. Most of us are curious of their activities that morning. While waiting, we have the chance to talk during the conversation of some fishermen taking coffee at a small store near the fish landing area. Different stories are shared, especially by the older ones who have longer experience in fishing. Most of them could not help assert their disappointments of the decreasing fish catch.
Na may alternative dapat nga panginabuhi gud sa panahon nga
dili namang tay kuan mo na kinahanglan nga sa dili pa baning period kailan ba maningkamot sa tulog adlaw.
After an hour, we see peddlers carrying baskets and buckets rushing towards the docking area of motorboats. RM and Shasta, the photographers, followed them. After a few minutes, their cameras start to fire flash in different angles. Everything is fast. Peddlers have to move fast in taking buckets of fish from the broker, since they still have to travel even the neighboring province of their merchandise. Eagerly. We plan to depart from Barubo at 7 in the morning, but we have to wait because it was low tide. The motorboat cannot pass through the bay, so we take a cab going to Baybaydos, Dapdap, Barubo, Surigao del Sur, where the boat is docked. From there, we can travel at low tide since the bay is deeper compared to Talisay. Loaded with camping and documentation equipment, the research group embarks the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources patrol boat and a fishing boat from a volunteer. Mr. Mistula, our moderator, instructs us to wear a life jacket from BFAR. Before leaving, Mr. Octobre orients the group on safety procedures, while Mrs. Gingging reminds us on the activities pertaining to our research. With us is Mr. Davio Aribal, the Municipal Tourism Officer, who is willing to assist us in our 2-day activities. Everyone is excited as our boats start to navigate through the shallow bay of Dapdap. The boat navigator has to maintain low speed while we are still in the bay area. The tide gives us time to see the growing new generation of mangroves in the area planted as part of a government project. It's nice to see mangrove forests being revived from destruction in the past decades. A barrier in the sea because of the many nipa huts of seaweed growers. Every hut towers rows of ropes with plastic floaters where seaweeds are planted. The boat navigator has to be watchful of the right way because he might cross over the ropes. From a distance, the area looks like this is the 165-hectare mariculture park of Barubo, which gives livelihood to the local fisher folks of coastal barangays. These sophisticated fish cages for bangus and siganid culture are established by investors from Agusan del Sur and Butuan City. Every one of us are eager to witness the facility caretakers as they feed the thousands of bangus. This fish cage contains 19,000 bangus that will be harvested after 6 months. Then we hop to the fish cage of the Barubo local fisher folks, supervised by the BFAR. LGU employees take care of the production which yield for the local market. Teacher coaches and researchers enjoy feeding the greedy jumping bangus. Everyone is excited to visit Cabgan Island nearby. The water looks inviting for a swim. We head towards the opposite side of the island. It's very refreshing there. Amazingly, we are all facing the Pacific Ocean, as the graceful waves dance beneath. At the distance, a canter boat passed by. It is a huge fishing vessel powered by a truck engine. It heads towards the Pacific Ocean to catch blue marlin tunas. They will be roaming around the deep sea for more than a week. It's already lunchtime, so the group heads towards the barangay Suwa nearby the campsite. There, Mr. Nervi Quino is waiting for us. His family is hosting our 2-day stay in their barangay. It's very timely that he harvested his fish pen that morning, so we buy his catch for us to have kinilaw and tinula for lunch. We are very thankful to our host because we are able to set up our computers and other equipment before roaming around the sea at night.
Kani ang atong sanctuary, di ba? Atubangan ninyo sanctuary. Madungog man siguro yung buto.
Pag kamo ri ang kiri kay ngano, kita sa tunga sa dagat hapon ba ko. Nabayong kagilamitan, mo ingon pag gobyerno nga. Oh, labot na. Pasok ko. Pero makadakop sila sa katao. Wala din na dayon sila budakop. Kay mohunong sila mo presyo.
Mr. Quino provides us with Petromax, a gas lamp commonly used by fishermen at night to support the portable lamps of the group. Since it's still low tide, he guides us to the seashore and demonstrates the transitional way of catching small crabs, locally known as kasag, through pana or handy improvised arrow. As the tide rises, we rush to the port to embark again for the actual research within the municipal waters. Mr. Quino goes with us and serves as a navigator who stays at the front side of the boat. This is strategically done for our safety since he is a former barangay official and also a fisherman. We anticipate that most people we will encounter know him well. He can also explain to the local fishers our coming. They might be alarmed because we are aboard the BFAR patrol boat. The student researchers are quite nervous at the start since it is very dark. They can only hear waves from the distant islands, but their excitement sparks as they see small flashes of lights afar. The navigator informs us that we are nearing a group of mamanaay, fishermen using handy arrows and sea cucumber divers. We are happy that the fishermen are very cooperative. As we go nearer, a lonely old fisherman pulls his hook and line. He was once apprehended by the local police for illegal fishing. After paying the bail, he pleaded not to engage illegal means again. Now, he uses ulang-ulang, a dummy wooden shrimp with 12 hooks attached on its tip, which catches squid. Nearby, mamanaay and sea cucumber divers are busy for a catch. One of them demonstrates how to dive and shows the 2 huge crabs he caught a while ago. He looks happy for our coming. In fact, he gives us the 2 crabs. We refuse to accept it because for sure it can be kilos of rice already when sold. But he insists. As we examine the crabs, one is soon to spawn, so we decided to throw it back into the sea. Mrs. Hagulino, one of the coaches, who is also a fishery graduate, explains that in every spawn of a crab, it gives off millions of eggs. Goodbye, crabs.
Mabuhi pa ni.
Just meters away is the fish pen of Mr. Quino. He brings us there to inspect if new fishes are trapped. Unfortunately, Only jellyfishes huddle inside. He sadly says, fish catch really decreases nowadays. We want to continue the fruitful adventure, but we fail to see more fishermen since it's Saturday. Many fishermen are Adventists. It's already 2 in the morning, so we decided to go back to Kinyo's residence. We all feel tired, but the experience is very rewarding. At daybreak, the group consolidates all the data gathered for the whole day. Mr. Mistula and Miss Lino are not just moderator and coach. They take care of our food since they both love cooking. Our baon is prepared because we plan to have lunch at the mid-ocean. It's the second day. We are blessed by a fine weather. Clouds are so lovely to watch. Ornamenting our shots of the seascape, we are navigating towards the municipal marine sanctuary. From there, we will be going shoreline, hopping, and coastal communities. This is the 142-hectare marine sanctuary, established by the local government as mandated by Republic Act 8550 of the Fishery Code of the Philippines. We can no longer see the exact boundaries since the markers are gone. Allegedly, as attested by concerned fisherfolks, those expensive markers are looted by foolish individuals. On top of it is a picturesque view of the harmony of the water, the vegetation from the distant islands and the cloudy horizon line. Another side trip is the beautiful Vanishing Islet. Vanishing because it vanishes during high tide. Mr. Davio Aribal, the municipal tourism officer, shares his pride of being a Barobuhanon for having this treasure. If only people will take care of our marine waters, the tourism industry will really prosper as we all dream of, he says. Most of us plunge into the tempting clear water for a few minutes. The beauty of the place seems to ease the weary researchers. But this beauty conceals a tragic account of devastation bought by responsible people. We are thankful to Surigao del Sur State University for providing us a copy of the underwater videos taken last August 2010 as part of the monitoring of coral reef resources and reef fishes in the 7 municipalities of Surigao del Sur under the BFAR Sumacor project, a collaboration of Philippine government, the Philippine Business for Social Progress, and the Spanish government. This video shows the recent condition of the corals of the marine sanctuary. Obviously, a big portion of soft and hard coral population is damaged. The seabed looks like a barren land beneath the ocean, which is supposed to be home to our marine species. We intend to publish this video through SSDSU in order to awaken the people, especially Barobuhanons of the disaster that many of them have created. This can be worsened by ignorance and selfish intentions of the few. Then, we go to the coastal communities to gather more information. We come across a mamangalay, a fisherman who uses pangal, a basket-like fish and crab trap. It has an eyelet on top that serves as entry point of every catch. It will be thrown and left into the seabed for a day. All traps will be gathered the following day with hopes of a bountiful catch. But the mamangalay claims that his catch is not enough to feed his family.